achievements. Rhythm is resilience in motion. So even when things go out of sync, we do what it takes to bring the rhythm back. At Flow, we understand your rhythm because we live it. That's why we're dedicated to building a network as resilient as you, with a team of familiar faces working every day to keep you on beat. You're at the heart of everything we do, and our commitment is to keep your rhythm flowing, no matter what.
You're watching MBC.
Oui, cette lycée, bienvenue encore. Ça fait nous cette lycée et aujourd'hui à choix, je vais un petit extra de cette lycée. Mais là, il y a des gens qui ont joint ligne là, je vais écouter puis si je voulais demander des questions. Là, il y a le monde, trust me, among the texts moi je viens là cette lycée. Commission, c'est pas blague. Bah ça. OK. OK, yeah.
Facebook. Welcome to People First. I'm here with my trusted technician, Mr. Nigel Nicholas, and I'm thanking you for joining me just for this half hour. It's not too long. It's a program where we just highlight the progress of the government. But for this morning, my producer wants me to take a historical perspective, an approach to health. Last week, we were dealing with health, yes, and I played you some videos. You saw, you heard from key personnel in the Ministry of Health talking about health insurance and the importance of the 2.5% levy, how it helps, and what they're doing with it. We also saw that the ministry, we are making strides, refurbishing the wellness centers, you know, what's happening at OKU and at the Betty Wells Wellness Center, the Cuban Eye Care Cuban Eye Care facility is back up and running. We're just waiting for surgeries to recommence. But many people are having the eyes checked. And very soon, surgeries for cataract and other stuff will be forthcoming. From 2021 to now, we have made significant strides. And one of the biggest things is St. Jude. And we're coming to that. But I want to ground that in the historical context, because we had the launching of Danny Butcher. We saw Dr. Anthony passing, not the torch, passing the baton to Danny Butcher. And Dr. Anthony, to his credit, when he demitted office, he left 4 projects signed, sealed, and about to be delivered. The administrative center, well, that is back on stream. And you heard the Prime Minister in Viewfort on Sunday. HIA, the PPP for the redevelopment of the HIA. The Fallen Highway, which again is back on stream. And money to finish St. Jude, the original St. Jude. From where I sit, there was no need for that box. That $180 million that was spent could have finished St. Jude long ago. The patients could have been out of the stadium long ago, and we could have progressed. But the human measuring tape and other things, you know what transpired? They shelved their own investigation, the report that told them that the building was fit for purpose, but that's not what they wanted to hear. They wanted to hear something else. and they went on a frolic of their own, and we are still 10 years down the road in the Kalma jar, so to speak. But deliverance is inside. But let us ground that in some perspective. We need to ensure that we do not lose sight. We must not forget. One flubber friend of mine asked me, but why are you always trying to, you're going back in history? And I have to say, no, history is important. Because if we do not know history, if we do not know our history, we will be tempted to repeat it. And we cannot repeat the nonsense that took place between 2016 and 2021. So St. Jude is about to be delivered. But I want to show you what happened, where we have come from and where we are now. And if time permits, I'll just go into a little of the national security. So let's start with video number 6, technician, Mr. Nigel Nicholas. And we'll take it from there and we'll move on. Let it roll.
90% of the buildings remain. From what I know, is just 2 structures, 2 of the smaller structures that would be impacted with any form of demolition.
We're saying here that the east wing of the St. Jude's Hospital is larger than the area being occupied at the stadium at this point.
Yes.
Good.
By about 4,000 square feet.
By about 4,000 square feet. How much did you estimate the completion of the east wing of St. Jude's Hospital to cost?
Just about 9.5 million EC dollars.
9.5 million EC dollars. So is it your testimony? Are you saying that to complete the east wing of the St. Jude's Hospital with more space would cost us less than the 12 million that they are willing to spend on the stadium?
Absolutely.
I think we have been very heavily criticized for stopping the work at St. Jude.
The government had continued working on it from the time they got into power, because fact is there was already a Taiwanese loan approved for 20 million US dollars, of which 10 million had been used. So you found yourself with a dedicated line of 27 million EC dollars to work on the St. Jude Hospital. If they had done that from day one as a priority, we may be in a different position than we are now.
If we had made the decision from day one when we went in there, by now, St. Jude would have reopened. That is the reality. If we had made the decision from day one when we went in there, by now, St. Jude would have reopened.
The consultant engineer stressed that the roof is already compromised and it is better to come down in a structured operation. However, he said once the roof comes down, it will set a series of events into motion.
But once the fiberglass sheets come off, it means the process now to remove the rest of the roof must follow in a sequence. That's it, it must follow.
And the question now is, what happens if there is in fact some catastrophic failure of the roof at the Odlum Stadium and the resultant non-functioning of the hospital?
So the moving of the hospital from this facility, it must happen. Once this sheeting comes off, that's it. The sequence of events, you would say, has started. So the hospital must be taken off from this stadium in the shortest possible time.
90% of the buildings remain.
We would be better off in the existing buildings as currently constructed at the St. Jude site rather than in the stadium. The stadium has a serious set of problems.
The Standard Tapia was a hotel, if you know. It's a hotel.
I'm very much right. Yes.
Okay. It's a hotel that has been recycled to become a hospital.
Mm-hmm.
The standards of the facility at Tapia are in a worse condition than what exists at St. Jude's, and that's the fallacy of the whole thing.
Have a conscience. There has to be a moment in the life of a politician when his conscience has to take over his love for power and replace it with power to love the people who put them there. It's about them. Your legacy does not lie in what you've done for you, but in what you have done for others. That's what it is all about.
Yes, my people, we're looking at where we came from. By his own admission, had they continued work on St. Jude, they would have finished in 18 months. Leadership, I have said before, is doing the right thing. Had they had leadership, had they done the right thing, we would not have been in this mess today. But as I said, deliverance is soon on the way. And we mustn't let them forget that. They have placed us, they placed the doctors and the patients in this predicament. Because had they continued, we would have been out of St. Jude a long time. As a matter of fact, had they continued the 4 projects led by Dr. Anthony, that would have been, I think Labour would have struggled to win that election, we would have struggled. But they went on a frolic of their own, and they did that. And I want us never, ever, ever to forget. We cannot forgive that. We cannot forgive that. You spent $180 million on a box. No plumbing, no electricals, nada. No walls, just cladding. Just cladding. And we left the patients and the doctors to wallow at the stadium, which, I mean, thank God no hurricane came. Thank God no natural disaster came. Thank God up to now we have we smooth sailing, so to speak. But the conditions there could have been alleviated a long time ago. I want you to listen to the then Prime Minister, Instead of, taking the patients out, had the nurses to resign, to reapply. Let's play video number 5. We're coming down to St. Jude. Just historical perspective. Video number 5. It's a short video.
So government will pay for
All right. The video, unfortunately, let me see if the one that I just sent will play. But I need you to listen. Instead of prioritizing people, and he said so, he doesn't know what it is to put people first. Instead of prioritizing us as a people, instead of putting the people's health first, what he did, he brought in Cayman City, and he wanted to give them the entire world, pay all their salaries, pay all the utilities, pay all their bills, pay all the insurance, pay everything for them. And he's telling our local nurses, you got to go. You can apply, reapply. Those of you who are successful, we'll put you on a contract. Those of you not successful, we'll look for a job for you somewhere. And if you cannot get a job for you, too bad. A man who says he cannot put people first. Is it plain? I want, in their own words, I want you to listen in their own words, because you see, when I say it, they say I lie. They call me Papa Mate, all kinds of things for speaking the truth. I'll continue to speak the truth. So, I want that you hear it in their own words. You went there and you demolished 2 buildings at St. Jude. That's taxpayers' money. You just figured you could just say, I mean, these guys have a lot to pay for. We must not forgive that kind of stuff. You understand? They have a lot to pay for, a lot that is wrong, And then we have, now, they're coming with all kinds of nonsense about St. Jude. You heard Kakal clenches, he clenches feces. You talk about fire hazard. I mean, these guys are just pathetic, Pathetic. They could just keep your mouths closed on St. Jude's, because you all did us a great disservice. We not getting it? Okay, let it run.
So government will pay for all of the salaries of the doctors and the nurses at primary and secondary health care. Wow. That will not be included as part of the insurance cost. Government will pay all of the utility costs. And government will pay for all of the capital costs associated to healthcare in this country. So government will pay for all of the salaries of the doctors and the nurses at primary and secondary health care. Wow. That will not be included as part of the insurance cost. Government will pay all of the utility costs. And government will pay for all of the capital costs associated to healthcare in this country. So government will pay for all of the salaries of the doctors and the nurses at primary and secondary healthcare. Wow. That will not be included as part of the insurance cost. Government will pay all of the utility costs. And government will pay for all of the capital costs associated to healthcare in this country. So government...
All of the utilities, all of the capital costs, all of this, because you say foreigners, our money is for foreigners. He was going to give everything to foreigners. But he didn't see it fit to take the people out of the stadium. His father wanted a university hospital, a school. That is what I was about, fulfilling his father's dream at the expense of us people. Madness, crazy. You understand? This guy was not putting his first, and in his own words he said so. He does not know what it is to put people first. That's a concept that eludes him. It eluded him then, and it still eludes him now. Putting people first, putting St. Lucians first, this product of Canada. And so, we had this nonsense. But, as I told you, deliverance is in sight. Deliverance is nigh. It is. This is from, I think, picture one. This is from the contractor at the hospital. Renault is making it happen. Let's put that on the screen. Let's put that on the screen. Yeah, Yadi still left the minister, so we did not cut, so that we don't take the numbers today. We didn't want to cut out of respect for the senior minister, so the program is continuing, and we didn't cut it in, but that is fine. All right? Maybe those of you will view that later, because the senior minister must do what he's doing. Look, Renault, making it happen. You remember I told you the box had no plumbing, no electricals. Paniyanye. $24 million in architectural works. I don't know what that means. But we are about to be delivered. Plumbing, laundry, maintenance systems up. Surgical and orthopedic wards outfitted. Cooling systems installed. Communications network fully tested. Landscaping and paving wrapping up. And I was there on Sunday, and I could tell you, the guys I was just next door. That's where I am when I go to Viewfort, next door to the hospital, And the entrance, it's already the tractor already went there, graded. It's ready for paving. And they told me that's the last stage. Once you see that it's paved, Balfini, Vilo or Sac. Over the next few days, and containers are already there. I mean, this is a week or two old. This graphic there. So the containers are up and down, and the containers are being destuffed, and the rooms being equipped and fitted out for purpose. The hospital is for the people of St. Lucia, and we're proud to play our part. So let me play, before I play the Prime Minister, we can play video free. It's a short video. They are very short. I know it's a half an hour, so the videos are not long. Half an hour. Let's see what's happening there in one of the rooms.
Well, today is a new day.
Oh, it's coming to me now. All right. All right. Okay. I understand. You see, the technology this morning is failing us. It's feeling like my health is failing there. I did not feel too good there. Back at you. Let's see if this one will run. So, yes, we are on our way. Mr. Reno Kajada is giving us an update every now and then, because we need to know what is happening, because this is highly anticipated. People believe this is not a joke. You do not play with the health of your people. You do not put the people's health last. As I said, we are not perfect. No healthcare system in the world is perfect. But we are getting there. We are making strides incrementally. We are improving upon what we have, step by step by step. And St. Jude, when it is delivered, will make a massive difference, not just for Viewfort, St. John is not for few fortune, you know. It's for all of us around the country. It's for everybody. Tell me when you're ready. For all of us, we're ensuring that it's there. The health of the people comes first. All right, so let's run that.
Well, today is a new day. Give thanks to life. All praises to the Lord, me safe and me sanctified. Nah, make them stress me. Me a wall of vibe. With Red Boom, TJ and Moon, and me born to fight. And the Lord is around us. In blessings surround us. Me no care who like me just a go and show love. And the Lord is around us. In blessings surround us. Me no care who like me just a go and show love. Oh.
Yes, my folks, you see that? That's just one room, you know. He's not showing us everything. He's just teasing us. You know, so when it is fully open, and he said it himself, we can go in there now. No, but the Prime Minister that I know, when we go there, we go there. When we say we are opening and we're delivering St. Jude, we're delivering a complete hospital. We're not doing any halfway measure. We're doing it complete. It's going to be a complete hospital. Not anything pash. We're giving you. Now, insurance, how do we fund that? You know, we heard of the leader of the opposition coming with the same mama guy about $75,000. We know that you can't sustain that, you cannot fund that. You understand? And I want you to listen to our Prime Minister video too. Let me know if it's plain so I can resend it. This one is a little lengthy. It might take us down to the end of the show. But the mama guy has been repeated. The découché. It's découché. You understand? I don't know what's wrong with this one. I have to send everything back. It's découché. But our Prime Minister, he knows how to fund, and we're doing things. The 2.5% levy is helping to fund the healthcare. And we're doing it step by step by step. Let it rip, if you have it. We're not ready yet? Okay, so we're coming step by step. I don't know this morning. Jaquano is an expert at this, you know. He's having great difficulty. Well, it's not him really. He's not the one, but the
problem with the United Workers' Party is they want you to forget the history.
Before the end of the fiscal year. So tonight, I'm very proud to announce our 5 for 5 program. Our fifth promise to you is Medicaid care for all and every solution. We're going to be introducing our health care insurance. Madam Speaker, my government aims to utilize the resources of the National Health Care Insurance Fund to finance health care. On receipt of the technical advice and after consultation with the healthcare professionals, we hope to be in a position to institute the health insurance before the end of the fiscal year. To achieve the strategic health outcomes over the medium to long term, the Department of Health and Wellness shall pursue the following health sector drivers during this financial period. 1. Design and implementation of a national health insurance. In April 2019, Cabinet took a decision to form a National Health Insurance Levy Committee to draft recommendations towards the introduction of a financing levy that can provide health insurance to every solution. We recognize the need for our citizens to access quality health care services that is affordable. The relevance and the urgency of instituting the national health insurance cannot be overstated. The time is now. We have to bite the bullet, Mr. Speaker. It is our intention to operationalize our national health care insurance program before the end of this fiscal year. We're about to bring a health care insurance to make health care affordable to all St. Lucians in this country. Our fifth promise to you is medical care for all and every St. Lucian.
Did that ever happen? Did that ever happen? But you know, now they want to come back and tell you the same thing, the same old thing. They couche. Same old nonsense.
A united workers' permit. These 17 men and women will move to introduce the health care insurance for all the people of this country. And all of you will be entitled to $75,000 a year in health care insurance.
Shame. There is something called shame.
And then we want to be able to implement the new health insurance and the new processes within healthcare by the end of 2019.
If you have a finger that needs to be amputated, it's going to be one price.
There's no What is that? Stop insulting the intelligence of the people of this country.
National health insurance schemes have been difficult to implement around the world, citing examples such as the United States and the United Kingdom.
Minister of Health will tell you, we have not seen one piece of paper that says anything about health insurance in the cabinet. Not one piece of paper.
I said I have no intentions of having any conversations with you.
I just want to ask a quick question about the National Health Insurance White Paper that was supposed to come out last October. Can you tell me who is working on that, and do you know what the progress is so far?
Any other questions?
Because universal health care is progressing.
So when you speak about universal healthcare, you have to put universal healthcare in the context of a strengthened health system. Otherwise, you cannot sustain it and you cannot do it. Now, I hear there's a big debate between the universal healthcare and the national health insurance. National health insurance is just a financing strategy. It's just a financing strategy. What Dr. King was discussing earlier is a strategy to keep our people well and to sustain that level of wellness in our country. And this is the difference.
You're very poor already. The poor people are suffering. You're suffering. It's not right. It's not right, I'm telling you.
The young woman that was on the Victoria floor, sadly, that's not the first time. That doesn't make it right, doesn't make it wrong. The young woman that was on the Victoria floor, sadly, that's not the first time. That doesn't make it right, doesn't make it wrong.
Well, you heard it. Introducing that kind of medical insurance, pie in the sky. Let's leave it there because up to now they cannot explain. Now my producer wants me to play one final video. He has sent one final video. We have time, he's squeeze it in, and we shall end with that. So, technician, when you're ready, just let it run.
16 years after a fire reduced St. Jude's Hospital to ruins, St. Lucia is poised for a landmark moment in public healthcare. Minister for Health, Wellness and Elderly Affairs, Honorable Moses Jabatis, says construction on the new hospital is largely complete.
I'm very pleased that the long wait will be over very soon. The people of the South and the people of St. Lucia have waited for the complete rehabilitation of the St. Jude Hospital, and the end is very near. It has been a long road, and I'm very pleased that this road will come to an end very soon, and we will have a new beginning in a brand new facility, a rehabilitated facility, which is practically new. So I am excited, and I look forward to the opening of the St. Jude Hospital at the site here at Oji.
Lydia Atkins, Chief Executive Officer at St. Jude's Hospital, acknowledged the historical tragedy and the ministry's continued commitment to quality.
We give our continued pledge to the people of the South, and most importantly, my pledge to the staff of St. Jude Hospital, that we will never let the lessons learned on that day be in vain, or to let the memories of the individuals that we've lost in this fire to have been for naught. That we will continue to deliver on excellent care. And as we return to our home in Oji, it is the sense and expectation of an expansion of services to the people of the South, because you truly deserve nothing less than world-class care. And so today, as we honor the anniversary of the fire, it is to highlight the most powerful story of resilience and to promise the people of the South that we are continuing our commitment to ensuring that St. Jude Hospital delivers to you on quality.
Jade Brown, Communications Officer at the Ministry of Health, says that there will be improved programs and services.
New and improved services include 100-bed capacity, larger emergency department with more treatment bays, minor injuries area, and improved isolation facilities. The addition of a CT scan, expanded laboratory and molecular testing and blood bank. In surgical services, there will be an increase from 2 to 3 theaters and enhanced minimally invasive surgery. Addition of ear, nose and throat, oncology and cardiology clinics. Expanded maternity unit and enhanced neonatal care with HDU and NICU. More dialysis stations, larger physiotherapy unit with an expanded scope of rehabilitative programs, expanded pharmacy and improved catering, laundry and maintenance.
The St. Jude Hospital was destroyed by fire on September 9, 2009. Estimated 70,000 people access care to St. Jude's. From the Government Information Service, I am Kishma Seri.
Yes, folks, I just wanted to remind you of where we came from. Where we came from. And I want to tell you, we did not have to be where we are now. We could have been out of St. Jude, the stadium, a very long time ago. But for reasons unexplained, for reasons I don't know, these guys took us on a rodeo, a frolic of their own. $180 million spent on a box with no walls, no plumbing, no electricals, nada. Just cladding to Mama Guy and gluggerize our eyes, fool us. And now, Philip J. Pierre and his administration, leadership doing the right thing. They have done the right thing. And St. Jude, a complete and proper St. Jude, will be delivered to the people, not just view functions, to the people of St. Lucia very, very, very soon. We must not forget. We must always remember history, because these guys are trying to, as though they were never there, they are trying to repackage themselves as saints, to come back as though, they are the saviors. But we know better. We know what they did. We saw what you did the last time. We saw what you did in your last iteration. Almost 6 years you spent in Gabon, and nothing was done. You left the patients and the doctors to wallow in a mess in the stadium. And now that it's about to be handed over, they're coming for all kind of gimmicks, but it won't work. Ladies and gentlemen, let us remember our history so we do not repeat it. We must keep those guys, I almost said, those misfits far away from the corridors of power, because they did nothing to help us. They helped themselves. See you on Thursday for another episode of People First.